Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's StepsBasic, and welcome back to my community show. So, today we have another fun topic, another psychology topic, another sociology topic. I'm not really sure. It's talking about morals. I had another idea for another moral quandary. Now, I've been watching this show called Dark Matter, and it's a sci-fi show about a crew of a ship that lost their memories, and of course the basic premise of the show is, hey, these are hardened criminals who went and did a whole bunch of bad stuff, then lost all their memories, and now they're trying to figure out who they are and all that stuff, and all the while they're trying to be better people throughout. And in my opinion, it's an interesting premise. It's a pretty basic sci-fi show, though. It's I would recommend it, but it's not. Don't expect like groundbreaking cinema or anything. Interesting, intelligent-ish, and fun to watch. Think Firefly, but light. So, this show, the premise of it is what brought this moral quandary up to me. Now, of course, we understand that when somebody does something wrong, they must be punished for it. There must be some form of justice to right the wrong, as it were. And when people do bad things, we hold them accountable, right? So, here is where the quandary comes in. Amnesia, or lack of memory of said event. Can we truly punish somebody who does not remember having done something? Now, of course, naturally, we can. But the question is, should we? Now, there are certain events, like somebody got drunk, got in a car accident, and killed people, that makes it obvious, yes, punish this person for that, because they not only took their own lives in their hands and did something bad, and as a result of their direct action, just because they don't remember the event does not mean that they shouldn't be punished for it. However, what I'm talking about is a little bit further. Now, like I said, the premise of the show is they completely lost their memories. They lost all sense of who they were. Now, say the crew of the ship, they were brigands. They were pirates, essentially, and they ran around smuggling, stealing, all that fun stuff. So when they lost their memories and did not know who they were, their immediate instinct was to try to do good things. And of course, now through some argument, some of them really didn't want to do good things, but they were more neutral, and others was just kind of along for the ride and whatnot. But essentially, they tried to be good people afterwards, doing the right thing, helping out colonists and being less pirate, more Robin Hood sort of thing. So the question comes up, should we punish them for the things that the other people did, the prior to the amnesia people did, or should we look at them as different people? Now, of course, in a society, we need to see the justice and the retribution and whatnot. But in this case, at this point, the people we are looking at now are not at all similar to the people that we saw before. Now, of course, in some cases, they try to be the person that they were before, and in other cases that kind of fails. But at the end of the day, that's what it amounts to, is these are completely different people. Should they still be held accountable for the stuff that those people did before? To what those people did before. Now, of course, this is why it's a quandary, because they are the same people. They're just not the same people mentally. And this is why I found this to be a fascinating topic, fascinating idea, and applying it to the real world. We look at this, like this guy goes out and he robs a liquor store, shoots the owner of it, and then afterwards, he gets wanged in the head really bad and loses his memory, wakes up in a hospital in somewhere like, I don't know, Delaware, and like several states away from where he committed the crime. And so nobody knows him in this community. They treat him, but they don't know who he is. And he goes on to dedicate his life to improving the society of said place, of the city in Delaware, whatever it is. And so we're looking at this as if this is a completely different person. He is not robbing liquor stores and shooting the owners and whatnot now. Now he's adopting orphans and taking care of puppies. And, well, I wouldn't say adopting orphans because I'm not sure that would be a good thing. Some guy who doesn't know who he is adopting and raising children, yeah, no. But he's taking care of the orphans, and he's reading to the elderly and walking little old ladies across the street and donating every cent he earns towards the community outreach and whatnot. And so at the end of the day, he's completely 180'd from what he used to be. So would punishing him for, oh, well, and then so after all of this has happened and he's helped the community, say, like, he's been doing this for a year or so now. And then finally the authorities from Michigan catch up to him and they're like, hey, you murdered that man. You're a bad person. And he's like, what? No, I didn't. Who? What are you talking about? I don't know who I am. I don't know who you are. What man are you talking about? So they arrest him, naturally, because, he's definitely the face of the person. But would punishing him for that murder be justice or revenge? At the same, like, looking at it like that, you see it as two completely different people now. Because the guy before he lost his memory was a horrible man who did bad things and robbed liquor stores and shot their owners. The man after the accident, after the amnesia, is a kind, caring individual who helps out his community and has been doing nothing but good since he got there. So at the end of the day, they are two different people mentally, even though physically they are the exact same person. So should we punish him for that crime? And if not, then how are we going to get justice for the man who was killed? And if we do, is this truly justice or is it revenge? Because at the end of the day, they aren't the same people, even if they are the same people. It's a very interesting thing. Now, of course, naturally, when it comes to this sort of situation, we have to look at the finer details of things. Like, is he actually amnesiac? Does he actually not know who he is? Or did he wake up and think, genius, I will blend in by pretending I don't know who I am? And in which case, he still turns around and does nothing but good with his life afterwards. But he is still the man who was responsible for what he did. Now, I believe wholeheartedly that people can change, people can reform, people can grow, but that does not necessarily negate the bad things that they've done. It just makes them a better person at the moment. And so they should still be held accountable for it. So even if the man was pretending to be an amnesiac and was, like, hey, I didn't do this because that wasn't me, it is still him. But now he's doing something else. He's doing his best to be a better person. And this could easily have come about from the fact that he was not intending to shoot the liquor store owner. He was just robbing the place because that's what he does. He's a thief. And then things got out of hand and he accidentally shot the guy, or, well, unintentionally shot the guy. And that resulted in the death. And then he's like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. And then he just decides then and there, like, I'm done with crime. But he's still responsible for that. And in running away and pretending to have forgotten who he is avoiding accountability for the crime he committed. And as such, even though he's been doing good, he's been avoiding, responsibility for what he did, therefore adding on another layer of bad, another layer of evil. Therefore, of course, this is all supposing that he's pretending. The other one's a bit more murky. So if he's pretending, then obviously he still needs to be punished for the crime he committed. But if he's not pretending and he really does not know who he was back before the accident, is he still responsible? Or is he, as the pretender would be, just avoiding responsibility? Now, of course, assuming that he was a good person now, he would probably want to, take accountability for what his past actions did, which is something you see in the characters in Dark Matter. On occasions, they do step up and start, like, I am responsible for this. I did this. This was our mess, and we need to clean it up, sort of thing. And it's kind of neat. But anyway, that moral quandary aside, that is all I've got for today. Sorry for the brief video. I have a lot of stuff I have to take care of today, and I wanted to get it out of the way. But I did want to say announcements for today, for this week. We finished Borderlands 3, the story. We still got some cleanup and then the DLC to take care of. And I'm not sure how next week's going to go, but I'm going to do my best to get as much content out as I can. Like I said, I'm starting work on a fairly large project, which I'm hoping will be great. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to trying it out, but I'm hoping it'll be fun, and I'm hoping you all enjoy it. But apart from all that, then again, sorry for the short video, but hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, please go and poke that like button more. If you'd like to see more from me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And of course, as always, you're more than welcome to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. When I can, if I can, you know all that jazz. And tune in next time as we talk about another topic at another time. And until then, good night.